love, and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
There is a quiet epidemic happening. Male depression and suicide are on the rise, but men are not encouraged to talk about it. Instead, they hear phrases like, be a man up, boys don't cry. These statements imply that men cannot express emotion or become hurt. Yet 8 out of 10 suicides in the United States are male. It's okay to talk about it. If you feel the need to talk to someone about your mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text 988. The Crisis and Suicide Lifeline is available 24/7.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
Tech makes play down the stretch. Couple big baskets inside, one by Brooke Anderson, another by Tatum Schmierbach, and in the end, 79-69, Tech knocks off Bushnell, proving to 19-4 overall. Time to name our Applebee's player of the game. It goes to Tatum Schmierbach, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Schmierbach scored 8 points in the final 7 minutes of the contest. Came up big down the stretch. Alexis Elquist.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Come to Clamoya Casino and win your share of over $34,000 in cash and prizes. Win up to $750 cash during Rolling and Riches drawings. Play Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats, and you could win a 65-inch TV, a recliner, and more. Win up to $250 cash playing our Sweet Wins kiosk. Play Blazing Hearts Hot Seats. All winners receive $75 free play. Win beautiful jewelry at our Love Struck Loot kiosk. Play President's Day Hot Seats and win up to $500 cash only at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
Grab me one too.
Back here at Danny Miles Court on a Saturday afternoon. Going to start a little bit later than normal as the women's game went long, but it was a prosperous one for the Lady Owls as they picked up a 79-69 win over Bushnell. Tatum Schmierbach with 24 points and 10 rebounds. Brooke Anderson had a career-high 15, a double-double from Alexis Elquist, 13 points and 10 rebounds as Tech improves on the season now to 19-4. More importantly, 15-2 in league play, keeping pace with Southern Oregon in those league standings. We shift gears to the guys' side of things, and Oregon Tech today trying to complete a weekend homestand sweep after Tech had one of their most dominating performances of the year yesterday. Tech made 67% of their field goals, including 75% of their shots after halftime. They were 21 of 28 from the field in that ballgame. It was the 7th best shooting performance ever by Oregon Tech. And they had balanced scoring up and down that lineup. So a great effort by Tech, but I think even more importantly, defensively, Tech stepped up against a very good team in Corbin, limited the Warriors to just 39% shooting for the ball game, and beat a team that took them down to the wire in Salem 2 months ago and beat them by 27 points. And in doing so, Tech keeps pace with College of Idaho. C of I with a 2.5 game lead going into their game tonight against Walla Walla. looks like they will win their 5th straight regular season title. But Tech also has themselves a 2-game lead on Lewis Clark State, as LC has a big one this afternoon at Eastern Oregon, as there's a logjam from the number 4 through number 7 spots in the league standings. Southern Oregon, with their win over Bushnell yesterday, sits now alone in 4th place at 10-6. But Multnomah, Eastern, and Corbin all sit a half game back at 10-7. They've already played their travel partners. And so Southern still has to play Tech a week from Tuesday night over in Ashland. And you look at the scores from yesterday around the league. It was Warner Pacific rallying to defeat Northwest late in that one, 70-64. Multnomah hung 108 on Evergreen, winning 108-94. It was Lewis Clark State dropping a 73-60 decision at College of Idaho. Eastern had no problem with Walla Walla, 110-84. And the other game around the league, it was, as I try to look, I think that was all of them. Oregon Tech was the other one, as they beat Corbin, as we told you, 94-67. Today, 3 games going to start at the same time as us. That's Evergreen at Warner Pacific. That's Northwest at Multnomah, and that's LC State at Eastern Oregon. The Corbin Southern game will start a half hour later, as Corbin's still having issues with their bus company and unable to get to Ashland in a good time. And so that game started about 45 minutes late, so we'll see when that one will start. And Cascade Conference After Dark isn't as late here on the West Coast tonight, as Walla Walla is at College of Idaho. Oregon Tech at 17-5, 13-3 in league play. Bushnell 10-13, 6-11 in conference play, but Bushnell has 3 huge wins this season. Eddie Alexander's team has beaten Hope International, which is one of the top 3 teams in the Great Southwest Athletic Conference. They've won at Lewis Clark State, and last weekend they handed Eastern Oregon a loss in Eugene. We'll take a timeout here from Danny Miles Court, come back and have more of our pregame report. It's Tech and Bushnell live here from Klamath Falls on 92.5 KLAD.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Come to Clamoya Casino and win your share of over $34,000 in cash and prizes. Win up to $750 cash during Rolling and Riches drawings. Play Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats, and you could win a 65-inch TV, a recliner, and more. Win up to $250 cash playing our Sweet Wins kiosk. Play Blazing Hearts Hot Seats. All winners receive $75 free play. Win beautiful jewelry at our Love Struck Loot kiosk. Play President's Day Hot Seats and win up to $500 cash only at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
Here today, been a long last couple days for those of us here in the athletic department at Oregon Tech, with the 3 feet of snow that we got over the last week, just trying to get things set up here, and it's not just me, but a lot of the staff here. With school being closed, the classified employees, when school's closed, can't come in. So us unclassified folks having to put in so many hours, SIDs like myself, I'm not just the radio guy, but handle all the PR. Almost every single sports information person nationally is a unclassified person, where that means you get paid a salary and you get to work as many hours as they want. Typically, a 40-hour week during the summer, during season, 60, 70 hours is a typical thing, and it's the love of the job that keeps you going. But this week, with the having to get the courts ready to go and trying to get the area outside shoveled, we had to shuttle Corbin yesterday from their shoot-around because of the issues with their bus and such. So it's above and beyond the means that we try to do, and just grateful that we're having a lot of fun here at Oregon Tech despite the crazy weather that we've had. Tech getting set to take on Bushnell. First meeting was in Eugene. It was back on the 20th of December. Tech used a 17-2 run midway through the second half after Bushnell had gotten the lead down to 1 at one point, and Tech rode a big second half push. Keegan Shivers hit a couple threes during that run, as did Cam Osborne, and Tech went on to win that night by a score of 90-74. Last year, Tech swept the season series, including a playoff win here against Bushnell, but boy, that was a tough one. Beacons came all the way back, tied the game up at 93 apiece with just 10 seconds left, but Jamison Guerra went coast to coast, got fouled on a layup attempt. It went in, converted the free throw. Corey Johnson three at the buzzer did not go, and Tech came away with that win, and that was the start of something special for Oregon Tech, as they would go to Lewis Clark State the next Saturday night, pick up an upset win over LC, and then go to College of Idaho, knock off the Yotes there to claim the Cascade Conference tournament crown. Tech will be a little short-handed, as you heard from Justin Parnell during our pregame show, that Jackson Cooper, who had 10 points yesterday in the game, under the weather. Coop will not be in action today. As I look out watching the teams warm up, no Jackson Cooper on the bench, no Jackson Cooper out there for warm-ups. Might be Willis Reed, who knows? He might be coming in to come out, join the team at some point. But Coop, if you're watching, we hope that you get better, brother, and be ready to go next week when we head to Lewis Clark State and also to Walla Walla. These teams, we talked with Justin Parnell, they know each other. They're friendly with each other for the fact that they've traveled a lot over the last 2 years, as they were members in that Crossroads Classic, having to go to Indiana to take on Bethel and Grace College. Last year came here to Klamath Falls to take on those same teams, and then interesting enough, this year ended up going to Helena, Montana for the season openers and played the same two teams up there at Carroll College, both teams losing to Carroll, both teams beating the University of Providence. That's an interesting thing with Providence. They beat Montana Tech, who was leading the Frontier Conference earlier today, or on Thursday night, and then Montana Tech lost another one today against MSU Northern. As we get set for tip-off here tonight, nice crowd has shown up again here at Danny Miles Court. I do not think it is as big as what we saw yesterday. In fact, yesterday, crowd was around 1,300 or so. A lot of students came out to the game yesterday. That is definitely not the case today. It may be our smallest crowd since that Walla Walla game at 11 o'clock in the morning, when we had the middle school kids from all around the basin, and also all of those elementary kids who decided to come out and join us here at Danny Miles Court. We have our call for the national anthem. Scott Allen is going to give us our introductions, and we're going to get set for basketball after a long pregame show. Because of the length of the Lady Owls game, with Tech picking up a 79-69 victory. Chance for Oregon Tech here today to try and, on the men's side, to try to complete a weekend sweep and keep a game-and-a-half lead on Lewis Clark State, depending on what LC does tonight at Eastern Oregon. So you'll hear the horn sound behind us Scott Allen will have our introductions, and then we're going to get set for basketball. It's Oregon Tech 13-3 in league play, 17-5 overall. Bushnell 6-11 in league play, 10-13 on the year, and that's next right here on the home of the Hustlin' Owls, 92.5 KLAD and the Owls Sports Network.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
And the PA voice of the Owls, Scott Allen.
Thank you and welcome once again to the Oregon Institute of Technology. It is time for the Say Yes to Adventure Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram starting lineups. First, we welcome friends, fans, and families of the visitors, Bushnell University, the Beacons of Eugene, Oregon. Starting at forward, a 6'3" freshman from Junction City, Oregon, number 3, Caleb Burnett. At guard, a 5'11" junior from Portland, Oregon, number 4, Roy Bunn. At guard, a 6' junior from Vancouver, Washington, number 5, Squeaky Johnson. At forward, a 6'7" junior from Anaheim, California, number 22, Corey Johnson. And at forward, a 6'8" junior from Castle Rock, Washington, number 50, Ashton Harvey. The Beacons are coached by head coach Eddie Alexander. He's assisted by Jordan Alexander, Alex Davis, and Jackson Geilish. Time to fly, Hooter fans! Here tonight's three-time NAIA National Champion Hustlin' Owl, Lithia starting 5. At guard, the 6' senior, the All-American from Sherwood, Oregon, number 2, Jamison Guerra. Starting at guard, the 6'1" senior, Vancouver, Washington, Cam Osborne, number 3. Starting at guard, a 6'4" senior from the Rose City of Portland, Oregon, number 5, Eric Frazier. At guard, a 6'5" senior from Wilsonville, Oregon, the number 1 3-point shooter in Hustlin' Owl history, 23, Keegan Shiver. At forward, the 6'7" senior from the basketball mecca of Sherwood, Oregon, Cascade Collegiate Conference Player of the Week, 31, Blake Jensen.
There's your starting 5s for the two teams. For Tech, it's Guerin, Osborne, Fraser, Shivers, and Jensen. For Bushnell, the point guard is Roy Bunn Jr., 5'11" junior from Portland, transfer from Umpqua Community College. joined in the backcourt by Squeaky Johnson, a junior from Vancouver, Washington, 12 points a game. And Caleb Burnett, the freshman from Junction City, averaging 12 a game. Corey Johnson stands at 6'7". He starts at the 4. And Big Ashton Harvey, 6'8", 240 pounds, a big load on the low block. And the tap controlled by Tech. We're underway. Glad you could join us here tonight from Danny Miles Court. Jamison Guerra had 20 last night, curls it to the near corner. Osborne is standing on the sideline when he catches the basketball. Knocked home a 15-foot jumper, but it's a turnover on Tech. Good to see Cam hit the first basket, but it instead goes the other way to Bushnell, wearing navy tops with Bushnell across the chest and goal. Near sideline, outside the arc, works Burnett, the freshman. Lobs it inside, pass tipped away, stolen away. Good overplay by Fraser in transition. Leave it off for Jensen. It tips out of bounds, and it's going again back to Bushnell. As the steal was by Fraser, but as they drove into the lane, Osborne gave it up that time. And a turnover on Oregon Tech. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Tech without being able to put up a shot. Our sideline works Bunn. Bunn with a left-hand dribble off a Harvey pick, gets to the left elbow, bounces it inside. Blake Jensen on an overplay, and he gets a steal. And a foul going to be called on Harvey as he tried to reach through Blake Jensen. So nobody's put up a shot. Both teams have had 2 possessions, and both teams have had 2 turnovers. Not a good start in the first 50 seconds. See who can put up a shot first. As Keegan Shivers off the near sideline, he drives the baseline, leaves it in. Jensen, little right-hander in the paint, up and in. There's the first shot of the night. Blake Jensen finishes, and it's 2-0 Tech. The high post is Burnett. Looks to drive Fraser to the basket, fades away, can't get it to go. Rebound Keegan Shivers. Tech up floor, long pass, tipped inside, caught down low by Jensen. Bodies his way in, puts up a shot, rattles around and is through. Don't know how Blake Jensen was able to finish on that one, but the basket good, and it's 4-0. As they tried a long pass, Fraser tipped it back to Jensen, and then he went up strong and scored. Up the near sideline, that's Johnson. Near corner, outside the arc, is Squeaky Johnson. Gets to the foul line, gets stopped there by Osborne. Have to pull it outside the arc. Caught there by Bunn. He'll attack Guerra to the middle of the paint, throw it into the corner. Long 3 by Burnett, rattles out, no good. Rebound goes Blake Jensen. Up floor comes Guerra, 4-0 Tech early on. Into the hands of Keegan Shivers, stops at the 3-point line, looking left, instead skips it to Guerra. Guerra catches, head and shoulder fake off a screen to Shivers, throw it right back into the corner. Got there by Guerra, he'll try the baseline, backing his way in against Bunn. Leave it back to Fraser, he'll launch from 24 feet and knock it home. Quick start for Oregon Tech, they're up 7-0 in the first 2 minutes. Long triple for Eric Fraser at 15 in the win yesterday. It's Burnett, high post. Looks to attack against Jensen. Lobs it back between the circles. Caught there by Squeaky Johnson. One dribble with the left hand to Bunn at the near sideline. At the high post, that's Corey Johnson. He'll step back from distance. Missed the long one. Long rebound kept alive by Burnett. Right back into the hands of Bunn. Inside Harvey. He'll turn, spin to the baseline, put up a shot. Got checked by Jensen. And the rebound will go on a held ball to Bushnell. So Bushnell will get the ball inbounded to Squeaky Johnson. Baseline J, up and good. And a timeout called by the Beacons. Eddie Alexander uses the timeout early. 17-18 left first half. 7-2 our score. Back after this.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
(7-2) Tech. 17-18 left first half. Out of the timeout. Tech will bring the ball 94 feet with Jamison Guerra working against Roy Bunn. Bounce a pass to Fraser along the far sideline. Guerra trying to fight through the middle of the defense. Now they'll clear Shivers along the far side. He'll launch a 3 from the left side and knock it down. Shivers three-pointer, number 274 in his Oregon Tech career. And it's 10-2 Tech. At the high post is Burnett, looks to attack. Freezer strips him. Here comes Guerra, 3-on-2, no look pass, Shivers all the way home. 2 more for Oregon Tech. Guerra started the fast break that time. And it's 12-2 Tech in the first 3 minutes. Near sideline, Burnett sips it off the hands of Squeaky Johnson at quarter court. We'll get to the high post, working against Blake Jensen, then tips it back to Corey Johnson. Now it's Burnett. He's going to lean into a long 3. No good. Rebound, Guerra. Jamison up floor to Cam Osborne. Cam's going to pull. Head of the key. 3. Front iron. No. Rebound out of bounds, and it's going to stay at this end as it's off the hands of Corey Johnson. Luke Smith going to come in for the Beacons as they're going to go small as Corey Johnson sits down. Tech will lob it in. It goes into the hands of Keegan Shivers. Dribble hand off to Guerra. He'll attack the right side, throw it back to Osborne, goes all the way in, puts up a left-handed shot, get hit hard, but no foul was called. The shot no good. Squeaky Johnson the rebound for Corbin. Squeaky Johnson dribble hand off, driving in. That's Burnett. His shot up and in transition. He had 25 yesterday. 12-4 the score as Fraser tried to draw in and drew contact. It'll be a whistle on the Beacons. It's going to go on Burnett. It'll be his first. It'll be a non-shooting foul as Dakota Reber sent to check in for Tech. It'll be interesting to see how the substitution pattern works today for Tech without the services of Jackson Cooper. As off the inbound pass, it goes to Guerra near corner. Caught there by Osborne. No look pass Reber. An extra pass. There's Shivers alone. Another 3 up and in. Great feed that time from Dakota Reber from the left corner as he swung it right to the hands of Shivers, and Shivers already with 8. High post is Ashton Harvey. Throw it at Squeaky Johnson. He'll put up a baseline shot. Out of the mark, no good. Rebound Shivers. Long pass up floor. It's over the head of Cam Osborne and out of bounds. Turnover Oregon Tech. As Jay Elmore on for Tech. He'll replace Osborne. And a couple changes for the Beacons. Christian Pitcher in for the first time. Turner Livingston as well. So they're going a little deeper into their bench is Eddie Alexander. Luke Smith near side. He can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. Hand it to Livingston between the circles to Pitcher. Pitcher one dribble and took a step as well and a turnover. Christian Pitcher, the senior from Walnut Creek, California, started his career at University of Montana Western up in Dillon, Montana. Member of the Frontier Conference. It's 15-4 Tech, nearing 5 minutes in. As Guerra bounces it to Reber along the far sideline. Elmore catches, goes to the elbow. They'll lob. Reber inside layup. Good! Dakota Reber inside. They were looking for a flush that time. They didn't get it, but a nice lob that time from Jensen. 17-4 Tech early on. Along the far sideline, it's Livingston. He drives against Shivers, pulls it back outside the arc. Go to Burnett along the far sideline. He'll drive in with a left-hand power dribble, force up a shot, missed it. Reber goes up, rips the rebound down. Here comes Tech in transition. Skip it into the hands of Guerra. He's going to push down the middle of the floor. He looks left. Instead, he'll attack on Pitcher. Throw it back to the head of the key. Elmore fakes on a 3. They show to Shivers far sideline. Lob it over to Guerra. He'll find Elmore. This time, Jay tries a 3. That one off the mark. Long rebound far corner. Kept alive by Bushnell. It went into the hands of Burnett, and here come the Beacons, trailing 17-4. It's Luke Smith, high post, finds Burnett. He'll curl off a screen. Throw it near sideline to Bunn Jr. He'll drive all the way in, put up a left-hand shot, blocked by Dakota Reber, but the offensive rebound is Pitcher, and Reber gets called for a personal. So it'll be Christian Pitcher, I believe, to go to the line, as the foul will be the first on Tech tonight, and Pitcher to the stripe for the Beacons. 57% shooter at the line is Pitcher. And the first one clanks hard off the front iron. He'll have one more. This answers the question. With Shivers coming out along with Jensen, it's going to be Logan Teebe who's going to check in here early on, along with Jared Sucher. Second one on the way. That one is good. Corey Johnson back in. He has replaced Burnett. Tech with the basketball at the high post. Jay Elmore to Jared Sucher near wing. We'll have a timeout next whistle. Such looking to try to get it to Teebe inside. He catches on the low block. Squares up on his man. He bodies his way in. Finds a cutter. That's Reber in traffic. Right hand shot up and home. Dakota Reber. 4 off the bench early on, and a nice feed by Logan Tebe to find him. Tech has been able to assist on every made field goal so far as they try to go back door. And Corey Johnson on the weak side scores. Roy Bunn with a good pass and a foul called on Tech. The foul's going to go on Reber. It's going to be his second, and a timeout is called on the floor. 13:37 left first half, 19-7. Tech has the early lead. We're back after this.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo!
Mountain Dew.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
$13:37 left here in the first half, 19-7 Tech. They will leave Reber on the floor with the 2 personal fouls. See who comes out for for Bushnell. It's Bunn, Livingston, Johnson, Smith, and pitcher. Corey Johnson will be the guy at the line to try to complete a 3-point play. Johnson, 81% at the line. Had 23 points in a win against Multnomah earlier this year. And his free throw looks way short, was way short. The rebound goes into the hands of Blake Jensen. 19-7 Tech. Osborne playing the point. Reber to Eric Fraser along the far sideline. Throw it to the head of the key and Shivers. Now Reber near sideline. Reber left-hand dribble. Throw it back around the horn. Shivers. Now it's Osborne. Osborne with 12 to shoot. Leaves it off for Fraser. High post. 9 to shoot. Dribble drive in by Fraser. Bodying up against Smith. Fades away. Way long. No good. Reber tries to keep it alive, but it goes over to the hands of Bushnell. Livingston has it at the other end. Corey Johnson catches far corner to Luke Smith. He'll try one from the logo and hit it. Told you he could hit it from anywhere. Bushnell back within 9. Tech running the floor. Reber goes inside. Finds the cutter. It's Blake Jensen as he beat the big up floor and scores. Blake Jensen has 6 points to go along with a couple rebounds. Tech 69% from the field early on. Livingston has it high post. Luke Smith tries a dribble drive, gets to the foul line, stopped there by Fraser, throw it to Corey Johnson. Johnson posted up, looked like he was fouled, they didn't call it, then lost it out of bounds and a turnover for Bushnell, their 5th already. As Jay Elmore in, Reber gonna sit down because of those fouls. But it's been a great start to the game for Dakota Reber. I also noticed on the Tech bench, no Mitch Fink as well. So I wonder if Mitch might be under the weather today as well. As up floor comes Cam Osborne. He'll split the defense, go right at pitcher, and he's going to the line. Osborne with just a crossover dribble as he drive to the middle of the paint and drew the contact on the big for Bushnell. And Cam Osborne, 9 yesterday in the win. It was funny, Tech scored 94. Guerra with 20, but it was Shivers with 9, and Osborne only had 9. There was a lot of other characters that got it done. It's a free throw by Cam, up and good. One of the better free throw shooters in the league at 87%. Ashton Harvey back in. Pitcher's going to sit back down. 22-10 Tech, trying to equal their largest lead of the night at 13. And the free throw by Osborne rims out, no good. And a rebound goes to Luke Smith for Bushnell. It's Bowden Jr. up the near sideline. Waits for the trailer. That's Smith. He'll curl off a screen with a right hand dribble, then tip it back out. Go far sideline. Corey Johnson drives in against Jay Elmore. Pushes off, puts up a high arcing shot in traffic, and it's good. Corey Johnson has 4, and it's 22-12. Bushnell, a team that can score the basketball. yesterday struggled from three. They were just 2 of 23 against Southern Oregon. Elmore bounces it in the hands of Shivers. Free throw line extended near sideline. Fraser catches, puts the ball high above his head, waiting for a screen set by Fraser. Then they step it back to the hands of Shivers. No look pass inside. Jensen alone missed the bunny. Oh, Blake Jensen doesn't miss that one very often. And the rebound went to Luke Smith. He was running the other way, thought it was an easy gimme. Great beat by Shivers. As Bunn has it high post, leaves it inside. Johnson attacks. Jensen with a swat, and he gets the rebound up floor. A foul called against Bushnell. And the foul will go on Bunn as he ran right in to Cam Osborne. Great swat that time on the low block by Jensen on the drive by Corey Johnson. Elmore's going to sit down. Back in comes Guerra. So Tech has their starting 5 back on the floor, leading 22-12 at the 11:22 mark here in the period. Cam Osborne catches the inbound pass on the baseline, steps back, launches an 18-footer, up and good. Cam Osborne's first field goal, created that one himself. First unassisted field goal for Tech today. The lead is 12. Livingston has it high post, the sophomore from Spokane. Started his career at Idaho State. To Bunn, now Smith has it. Smith 25 feet from the basket. Bunn trying to get it inside to the big man Harvey. Couldn't, so they throw it to the corner. Livingston, a contested 3. It's not there. Long rebound in the hands of Osborne. Up floor comes Guerra. He'll stop, and they're going to say Guerra pushed off on Luke Smith, who was falling down before the push even happened, but they're going to call the foul anyway. It'll go on Jamison Guerra. It'll be his first. Team foul 3 on Tech. And here comes Bushnell the other way. Tech really trying to push the tempo here today. Livingston near corner to lefty. Looks to attack against Fraser. Harvey catches there, spins the dribble to the free throw line, and leaves it back to Bunn right at the high post. Swing it back to Johnson, well outside the arc. Attacks against Shivers. Now steps back, goes inside to Harvey. One-on-one against Blake Jensen. Turned with a right-hand jump hook, missed it, and the rebound goes to Eric Fraser. Up floor comes Guerra down the near sideline. Osborne, Shivers, back to the corner. Fraser by himself. The 3's another air ball. And a rebound to Bushnell. Back-to-back air balls for Fraser when he was wide open that time. Livingston far corner, working one-on-one against Fraser. Give it back to the hash mark, far sideline to Smith. He'll drive to the free throw line, gets stopped there by Osborne. Double pass back to Bunn with 15 to shoot in the center circle. 10 minutes left in the period as Bunn goes to the baseline, whips it inside Harvey, spins it up and home. Nice feed by Bunn, nice finish by Harvey for his first 2. 24-14 as Fraser catches. He'll just Euro step into the lane, leave it off for Jensen. He's double teamed, put up a shot, no foul called. It's going to go out of bounds to Bushnell. Jared Sucher in will replace Shivers. It's Blake Jensen playing a lot of minutes here today. Early on. Bushnell's been able to weather the early storm by Tech. After Tech made their first 5 field goals. Roy Bunn, center floor, drives against Guerra, pulls from the elbow. Peeling off, no good. Guerra gets the rebound for the Owls. Guerra one-on-one, leaves it off for Jensen all the way home this time. And Tech's going to get a timeout. That was an easy finish in transition by Blake Jensen. And Tech's lead is 26-14. Back here from Klamath Falls after this timeout.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
That was a tactical timeout by Justin Parnell, knowing that a couple of his guys playing a lot of minutes. So decides to use a timeout there to give Jensen and Osborne a little extra time. Off the inbound pass, Bushnell gets it to Livingston as he backs down against Sucher. Spins left, goes right, left a shot up and way short. Rebound Sucher, up floor Guerra in transition. It's Fraser all the way to the basket, scores! Great take that time by Eric Fraser in transition. And Tech has their largest lead of the night. near sideline. They work it onto the low block to Smith. Outside, he'll try a long one and hit one. Way outside the arc for Luke Smith, his second made three. So he just stood there and waited. Ends a little flurry for Tech. It's 28-17. Center circles Guerra. Work it against Bunn. Curls off a screen set by Osborne. Throw it back to Cam. He'll drive down the left side of the lane, get underneath and finish hard along the left side. Just a good, strong take by the sixth-year player from Vancouver, Washington. 30-17 Tech as Luke Smith outside the arc. Steps back near sideline, throw it to Bunn, right back to Smith. Now it's Corey Johnson, 25 feet from the basket. Sticking a hand out was Fraser to deny him. Now inside Harvey with a mismatch. He'll back his way in. Tech's going to double down low. Jensen trying to force the double team, but Corey Johnson was able to split that double team, got the pass from Harvey, and then drew a foul. He'll go on Fraser for Tech, his first. Fourth foul of the half on OIT. Corey Johnson will go to the line where he has missed his only free throw today. The Beacons are 1 of 3 from the line in this one. Tech 1 of 2. OIT leading 30-17, 7:52 left first half. As a free throw up and good by the post. Both teams gonna make some subs. New look offense. Isaiah Wallace in for the first time for Bushnell. Back in comes Burnett. And for Tech, Logan Teebe in along with Reber. And is Jay Elmore. So a lot different look. As the second free throw, Johnson hits it. He's got 6. They go along with Luke Smith to lead the team for the Beacons. 30-19 as Reber has it high post to Elmore, center circle. Curling off a pick at Guerra. He'll leave it off to the near corner. Suture from the corner, his 3 rattles out, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Corey Johnson. Up floor, it's Squeaky Johnson who's returned. In the hands of Ashton Harvey, high post. They go inside. Inside, Corey Johnson catches, scoops with a right hand around Reber and got it to drop. They'll lead back to single digits at 30-27. As Tech comes quickly back the other way. They get it to Dakota Reber, head of the key. Elmore near sideline to Guerra. Work off a low at Thebe pick. Give it inside, big man, steps through, can't finish. And a loose ball foul will be called on Thebe. As Ashton Harvey went up and cleared the board, and Thebe will pick up the foul. Shivers back in. Spelling Jared Suture. Bushnell on a 4-0 run after Tech had the lead at 30-17. Again, it's Wallace, junior from Eugene, transferred into the Bushnell program from Lane Community College. As up floor comes Squeaky Johnson, working off a Harvey pick. Now it's Corey Johnson outside the arc. He'll drive against Shivers, take it into the block, step back, jumper, rattles around and is through. Corey Johnson scored the last 6 for Bushnell, and they're as close as they've been all night at 7 points. 30-23. Guerra near sideline. Swings in the hands of Elmore. He'll look left side of the floor, throw it in the hands of Shivers. Right back to Guerra with 17 to shoot. Elmore catches far sideline. They reverse it back to the hands of Guerra, head of the key to Shivers. He'll attack, leave it back near sideline to Guerra. Nearly lost the dribble, gets it back with 8 to shoot. Gets underneath, throws to the corner. Elmore's going to attack. He'll step in, 18-footer, heel and off, no good. Offensive rebound for Logan Thebe. He'll body back up, can't finish on that side, and a rebound to the visitors. They went to the hands of Burnett. Big opportunity for Bushnell on a 6-0 run. All from Corey Johnson. And away from the ball, a foul called on Tech. They're going to call it on Thebe as he was trying to body against the big man for the Beacons. And we'll have a timeout called on the floor. 6:03 left first half, 30-23. Tech's lead is 7. Back here after this.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Bushnell on a 6-0 run. They've cut what was at one point a 14-point Oregon Tech lead in half. As Wallace and Harvey, Burnett, Johnson and Johnson on for the Beacons. Blake Jensen's replaced TB in for Tech. Bushnell to inbound baseline left. Trailing by 7. And Squeaky Johnson with a 5-second count on. Gets it right on the baseline to Corey Johnson. He'll back his way into the block, working against Shivers. Uses the right hand, turns, fades away, and hits. Corey Johnson just feeling it right now. 5 of 7 from the floor, 12 points to lead all scorers. He scored 8 straight for Bushnell, and the lead is trimmed to 5, as close as Bushnell's been all night. Guerra has it center of the floor, waits for Blake Jensen to set him a pick. He'll keep the dribble going as he drives right in at Harvey, missed it. Rebound inside, Jensen blew the bunny. Rebound, Reber gets the third try. Dakota Reber gets the third chance on the offensive glass. He has 6 off the bench, 32-25. Burnett catches free throw line jumper, Rebound, Reber. Dakota Reber gonna lead the break. Gets it to the hands of Guerra. He'll race up the center of the floor. Leave it off for Shivers. Give it right back in the hands of Guerra with 20 to shoot. Elmore curls off a screen near sideline. Throw it to Reber outside the arc to Shivers. He'll look to wait for Guerra to clear at the head of the key with 14 on the shot clock. 5 minutes left in the half. Off a screen, it's Reber. He'll pull the trigger from 3. No. Rebound Harvey inside for Bushnell. Floor comes Squeaky Johnson. Works the right sideline. Stops at the hash mark right along the far side in front of me. Asks for Harvey to set up a screen. Now instead they go to Johnson on the baseline. Squares up against Keegan Shivers. Bodies him to the basket. Takes it all the way, a little Euro step. Finally missed one, and the rebound to Shivers. Shivers leads the break. 3-on-2 fast break. The trailer's Elmore. Leave it right back to Shivers. He'll launch from 3. Up, no. Long rebound. Guerra's there for Tech. Jamison Guerra steps into 1. Can't get that one to go. Fighting for it's Jensen. Kept it alive into the paint, but it goes in the hands of Bushnell. That's Burnett all the way up floor. Missed the shot. It's blocked by Reber. Elmore out of it for Tech. The trailer, Reber, no look pass. And what's the call? Thought there was a foul. They didn't call anything. I heard a whistle. The shot was missed by Blake Jensen, and the rebound pulled out of there by Bushnell. I thought it was a charge on Reber. I thought I heard a whistle. They said no. As Reber nearly jumped the pass, missed the steal attempt. Burnett, Squeaky Johnson, contested 3 is good. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. Squeaky Johnson hits the triple. 32-28, and as they stop play coming up floor, what's the call? I'm not sure what it is, but they stop play. Tech gonna bring their starters back in after the break. As it'll be inbounded along the near sideline. Not sure what the delay is. 3:38 left in the period. And they'll inbound it. Along the near sideline. Not along the near wing. They'll lob it over the defense. Caught outside the arc by Guerra. Jamison Guerra slips through a double team. Drove into paint. Will they count the basket? No, they'll say on the floor. Be a hand check call to the Beacons. And it's going to go on Ashton Harvey. That's Harvey's second. This pitcher going to come back in for him. Tech will inbound on the baseline. Along the far sideline, Shivers. And he's going to get fouled. And this time the foul's on Johnson. And I believe that means free throws coming for Tech. I think Shivers going to the line in the bonus. Tech, which started hot from the field, has kind of gone silent. Field goal percentage all the way down to 45%. Shivers to the line in the bonus to shoot a 1-and-1. His free throw up and good. Shivers a 76% free throw, or over 1,500 points in his Oregon Tech career. Trying to chase down Herb McEachin for the number 4 spot all time. Second one, that's good. Shivers to double figures with 10. Didn't get there yesterday. 34-28, 3:15 left first half. Squeaky Johnson, center of the floor. They work it to Wallace along the far sideline. Now Burnett throws it to Pitcher. Pitcher looks to dribble, handoff, can't, so they give it to Johnson, who will attack against Cam Osborne. Now it's Wallace with a left-hand dribble. Throw it back to Johnson, well outside the arc with 12 in the shot clock. Squeaky Johnson, he'll try a long three. Hard off the iron, no good. Rebound Blake Jensen for Tech. Here comes Guerra racing up floor. Has numbers as he spins his way into the lane. No look pass to Fraser, and he turns it over. Threw it right in the hands of one of the Beacon players. Bushnell the other way. Squeaky Johnson steps back. He's got a mismatch working against Fraser if he wanted. Instead, they go to Burnett for a three. It's off the mark, and a rebound Shivers. Tech 21-16, they lead on the glass as they slow it up this time with 2:30 left before halftime, leading 34-28. It's Guerra high post. Tries to leave it to the head of the key. There's Shivers, who gets to wait for a year to try a three. Missed it. Rebound Jensen. His putback won't go. Blake Jensen just can't buy a bucket on the inside. Up floor comes the Beacons as the rebound was pulled down by Pitcher. Off a screen to the high post. Pitcher drives all the way in, and he's going to go to the line to try to complete a three-point play as he went right down the left side of the lane. They drew the contact on Blake Jensen, his first foul. 34-30. Tech's lead was at 14 at one point. It's been trimmed all the way to 4. Pitcher at the line, free throw up and near. 4 for him off the bench. That's as close as Bushnell's been all night. As Tech opened up with a 7-0 run to start the game. Guerra has it at the hash mark along the far sideline. Bounce it on the low block, caught down there by Jensen. Backs his way in against Pitcher, and he got it stripped. Burnett took it away from him. Here comes Johnson. Burnett has it, attacks Eric Fraser, spins him to the basket, and he scores in transition. And Bushnell within a point. Tech comes right back. Fraser tries to beat him up floor and does. Guerra with a long pass up floor. Eric Fraser to the basket, give him 7. Ends the Bushnell run, it's 36-33. Near sideline works Squeaky Johnson. Throw it to Pitcher on the low block, working against Cam Osborne. Bodies him to the basket, turns with a right hand, soft jump shot, no. Rebound Guerra. Here comes Guerra, racing up the center of the floor. No one picks up Jamison, he'll take it right at the basket. Finish in transition. 38-33 the score. Eddie Alexander will use a timeout. Tech's lead back to 5. We're back after this.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
64 seconds left of the half. Jared Suture's return for Tech. He's going to replace Blake Jensen. Bushnell going to save with the same group, the Johnsons, Burnett, Wallace, and Pitcher. 38-33 Tech. Inside the final minute of the first half, as Squeaky Johnson will sit in the center circle. Low dribble with a left hand, working one-on-one against Osborne. They give it to Pitcher right at the high post. Squares up against Keegan Shivers. They lob inside. Corey Johnson catches, turns, and scores. Corey Johnson has 14 of Bushnell's 35. 12-second differential between game clock and shot clock, as the Beacons have gotten within 3 again. Tech's gonna bleed clock this time and set the offense to go with 10 on the shot clock. It'll be 22 on the game clock when Guerra starts, which he'll look to attack. He'll get to the free throw line, then step back, launch a 3. He was hit on it, missed it. Offensive rebound by Fraser. He'll take it back in, score, and he's fouled. Pitcher will pick up the foul. A huge offensive rebound by Eric Fraser. 9 in the half for him. And extend the lead back out to 40-35 with 13 seconds left. Fraser's free throw way short. Rebound. Suture gets it for Tech. Back outside. Fraser for 3. No. And a rebound tracked down by the Beacons with 4 with 3. Burnett goes inside. Johnson at the horn. No. And we are at halftime. A flurry late in the period. But Tech will take a 5-point lead going to the locker room. 40-35 our score. Our halftime report, that comes up next here on 92.5 KLAD.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
There is a quiet epidemic happening. Male depression and suicide are on the rise, but men are not encouraged to talk about it. Instead, they hear phrases like, be a man, man up, boys don't cry. These statements imply that men cannot express emotion or become hurt. Yet 8 out of 10 suicides in the United States are male. It's okay to talk about it. If you feel the need to talk to someone about your mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text 988. The Crisis and Suicide Lifeline is available 24/7.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew.
Halftime here from Danny Miles Court. A wild first half. Tech jumped out to a lead by as many as 14. That came at 24-10, but Bushnell was able to whittle that lead down to as little as 1 at one point. But Tech gets a big basket late in the period. They lead 40-35 going to halftime. Have a special guest here at the break. It's Bob Townsend, All-American for the Hustlin' Owls back in the late 90s. And what makes Bob very important today? Twofold. One, his son Quincy is a member of the Tech team. Still has one more game to play this year before the red shirt comes into. But last night, a special deal when Keegan Shivers hit three-pointer number 273 in his great Oregon Tech career. And he moved past you on the all-time list to take that one over. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Keegan. When you were playing for Danny back in the 90s, did you ever think you were going to make 272 threes in an Oregon Tech uniform?
Definitely not. I was just happy to make my first one, to be honest.
And talk about playing for Coach Miles back in the day, because it was the heyday of Oregon Tech basketball in the 90s. You know, it was the old court, the old stands. Place was packed night in and night out. Went to a national championship game during your tenure there, and it started what, for about a 15-year window, was as good a basketball as there was any classification nationwide.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Coach Miles was such a big influence on me. I had a tremendous set of parents growing up who really instilled doing things the right way with me, and then I got here, and Coach Miles was just, he took it to another level, and it was just so exciting going from that freshman year where we finally got ranked for the first time in a few years to go on to the national tournament the next couple years, and like you said, really setting the foundation when you look back on it for many years to come.
Bob scored 1,499 points in his OIT career. I don't know how, he must have missed a free throw somewhere in there to get to 1,500.
I missed a few free throws, and it didn't help breaking my foot my senior year and missing a large part, but it was a tremendous experience here, and playing 4 years for Coach Miles. And I look back at some of the points and the three-point record, and happy for Keegan yesterday for sure. I didn't even think about it when I was playing. You look back on it 10 years later, and you're like, oh, you had 1,499 points or how many threes, but it was really about playing with the great group of guys and under Coach Miles here.
How about the opportunity for your son to be a part of that here at Oregon Tech? He was recruited heavily by Coach Parnell, but was it never a doubt that Quincy was going to come here to Oregon Tech?
No, I mean, it really was a doubt. We thought he was choosing somewhere else right up until the last minute. He came down here for another visit, and I didn't come with him because I didn't want to add any extra pressure. And he calls me on the way home and said, "Dad, I'm going to OIT." So certainly we wanted him, or my wife and I wanted him to choose his own path, but we both went here and got married our junior year, so it wasn't like we weren't happy for him to choose here. Just we're really excited that he made the choice on his own.
And you got 4 more years to come to games and watch. And luckily for you guys, it's not that long of a drive to come down and watch it. You're closer to everywhere else in the Cascade Conference as well.
No, we picked a good central spot. I don't know about the Lewiston trip yet, but otherwise it's not too bad.
Well, it's going to be a long one next week. I'm already shaking my head, ready for the bus ride on that one. Bob, I appreciate you stopping by here at halftime. Great to chat with you, and looking forward to watch Quincy play in the future.
Thanks for having me.
Bob Townsend, former All-American for the Hustlin' Owls. He had his three-point record broken last night by Keegan Shivers. Between the two, over 550 three-pointers in their career. We'll break down the first half numbers when we come back. Tech leads 40-35 at the break. We're back after this on 92.5 KLAD.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
There is a quiet epidemic happening. Male depression and suicide are on the rise, but men are not encouraged to talk about it. Instead, they hear phrases like, be a man up, boys don't cry. These statements imply that men cannot express emotion or become hurt. Yet 8 out of 10 suicides in the United States are male. It's okay to talk about it. If you feel the need to talk to someone about your mental health or thoughts of suicide, call or text 988. The Crisis and Suicide Lifeline is available 24/7.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi, because whether you've driven 1 mile or 1,000, when you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
At Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls, we produce some of the highest paid graduates in the state. We also have a competitive athletic program, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14:1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.
Come to Clamoya Casino and win your share of over $34,000 in cash and prizes. Win up to $750 cash during Rolling and Riches drawings. Play Football Fever Frenzy hot seats, and you could win a 65-inch TV, a recliner, and more. Win up to $250 cash playing our Sweet Wins kiosk. Play Blazing Hearts hot seats. All winners receive $75 free play. Win beautiful jewelry at our Love Struck Loot kiosk. Play President's Day hot seats and win up to $500 cash only at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
Oregon Tech with a 40-35 lead at halftime, trying to complete a weekend sweep of the schools from the Willamette Valley. In that period, Tech started quickly, made their first 5 field goals, jumped out to a 17-4 lead, but Bushnell just rode the back of Corey Johnson, who had 14 first half points, to cut that deficit down to 5 at the break. Tech in the first half, 17 of 38 from the field, 45%. Made 3 of 13 from 3 and 3 of 5 from the stripe. Bushnell 14 of 34 from the field, that's 41%, 3 of 9 from 3 land, and made 4 of 6 from that free throw line. Tech with a 26-18 edge on the glass, 8-3 edge on the offensive glass. Tech turned it over 6 times, that turned into 2 Bushnell points and 7 for Tech off of 5 Bushnell turnovers. Tech led by 10 from Keegan Shivers. Eric Fraser had 9, 6 off the bench from Dakota Reber, 8 for Blake Jensen, 2 points and 5 rebounds for 5 assists for Jamison Guerra. Corey Johnson led the way for Bushnell with 14. Gonna get a quick chat with Olivia Sprague, who is now assistant coach Olivia Sprague for the rest of this year. Helped the Lady Owls to a 70-79-69 victory. First off, let the fans know how's the rehab on the knee.
The rehab is going great so far. I had surgery on December 3rd, so I'm kind of trucking along doing PT. In the hard zone of working out and trying to get the muscle back, but you know, it's a steady grind just as everybody else is doing.
Talk about being on the bench and being a voice. You and Gabby kind of turning into coaches in practice and on the bench. And today, you know, you get down the stretch. It's the time where you and Gabby would take over late in the ball game. It's other kids getting a chance to do that today, and you guys were able to break that press late in the ball game, make free throws, and win.
Right, it's a great opportunity for the rest of the girls to step into a new role. Just as me and Gabby are learning from a new perspective on the sideline, they're learning a new role as well and taking some leadership. And that'll be a great thing, especially when we reintroduce me and Gabby next year. That'll be something that really carries us far, and continuing this year, it'll carry them.
And you gotta love watching the freshmen go out there and play the way she is. Brooke played, 37 minutes tonight. Your kind of numbers right there. It just filled up the stat sheet, and it didn't seem like anything phased her.
No, she's stellar. She's mentally tough, and she's ready to step into that position. I have no doubt or reservation for what she'll do.
Tech now sits with a great record again, 19-4. We head to Lewiston. That's going to be a long, long trip. I don't know if you're on the bus with us or not.
I sure will be.
It's going to be a long haul for us next week, and look forward to get a chance to see if we can complete a sweep of the Warriors.
Really excited, and I know we'll go down there and compete.
It'll be great. Olivia, thank you for stopping by. It is All-America guard Olivia Sprague turned into assistant coach after her knee injury she had earlier this season, as the Lady Owls picked up a victory earlier tonight by a score of 79-69. Taking a look at the other scores from around the league on the men's side at the present time. Halftime, Evergreen leading at Warner Pacific 45-44. They are early second half. Multnomah at home leading Northwest 64-62. Multnomah, one of the teams in that big logjam, in fourth place. Southern Oregon leading Corbin 29-20. That's 5 minutes left first half. That is over in Ashland. Lewis Clark State 5 minutes into the second half leading at Eastern Oregon 51-41. And later tonight it is College of Idaho playing host to Walla Walla. Tech will have the basketball to start the second half. They'll have their original fives out on the floor. Guerra, Osborne, Fraser, Shivers, and Jensen. Dakota Reber and Logan Teeby, the two Tech players with 2 personal fouls. Ashton Harvey, 2 fouls for Bushnell. Out there with Squeaky Johnson, Corey Johnson, Roy Bunn, and Burnett. And the inbound pass goes to Guerra in backcourt. See if Tech can get a quick start like they did in the first half. Cam Osborne at the hash mark along the far sideline, gets it to the top of the key in Fraser, and then a dribble handoff back to Guerra at the high post. Guerra's going to drive all the way in on Corey Johnson, attack the rack and score. Jamison Guerra, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and Tech's lead is 7. Is at the other end, Burnett drives to the cup, gets a layup, rim out, and the rebound to Tech in transition. Eric Fraser all the way down and scores. Great long pass again from Jamison Guerra. Fraser has 11. That leads Tech tonight. He had 15 yesterday. 44-35 Tech. A quick 4-0 start to start the second half. Roy Bunn has it along the far sideline. Looks to get it in the hands outside the arc. Caught there by Squeaky Johnson. Now it's Harvey at the high post. Looks inside, instead throws it back to Bunn, far corner. He'll attack, then skip it past defense for a wide open 3 that's good by Burnett in the near corner. Burnett doesn't take many of the threes, but when he does, he's deadly. 45% shooter on the year. 44-38 Tech. Guerra high post to Osborne, back in the hands of Shivers. Shivers at the left wing, to the high post, caught there by Guerra, looking for a cutter. That's Eric Fraser. He's going to attack the basket. Got it blocked out of there by Burnett, and the rebound pulled down by Harvey. In transition, it's Squeaky Johnson. Leave it off for Harvey at the high post. 2 dribbles with the right hand, puts it high above his hand, trying to bounce it inside. Gets down on a low block to Corey Johnson. Johnson just going to fade away, put up a J, miss it. Rebound goes to Eric Fraser for Oregon Tech. Fraser will leave it off for Keegan Shivers in the center logo. Swing it far sideline, along the sideline to Jamison Guerra. Bounce it to Blake Jensen. Off a screen to Shivers, high post. Bakes on a 3 with 17 on the shot clock. Leaves it off for Osborne along the far side. He'll drive all the way in, go right at Harvey and finish. Cam Osborne has 7. 46-38 Tech, the lead is 8. The high post caught there by Burnett. Off to Corey Johnson, coming right to left. Now to the head of the key and Squeaky Johnson. Far sideline, Burnett catches, attacks Shivers to the middle of the paint. Swing it near sideline to Roy Bunn. Eyeballing Jamison Guerra as he took 1 dribble with the hand, threw it inside the paint. It's stolen away. Taken away by the Owls. Long lead pass to Shivers. Leave it off Blake Jensen. Shot off glass and in transition. Blake Jensen now has 10. 48-38 Tech. Squeaky Johnson to the baseline. Caught there by Harvey. He's going to back down, spins through traffic, missed the shot. What's the call? Osborne got knocked to the floor. They didn't call that, but they're going to call a reach on Eric Fraser. And I believe Ashton Harvey's going to be going to the line. It'll be the second foul on Fraser, first of the half on Tech. And Ashton Harvey to the stripe, the junior from Castle Rock, Washington, just north of Longview. About 40 minutes north of Portland, right along I-5, and Harvey's free throw is home. 3 points for him to go along with 4 rebounds. Ashton Harvey, 55% from the line on the year, at 20 points and 13 rebounds in their second game of the year. That was up in Montana against the University of Providence. As Harvey hits both. Bushnell 6 of 8 from the line. And it's 48-40. 17-20 left in the contest as Guerra works it across the 10-second stride. Hands it off to Osborne at the hash mark far sideline. And now Shivers well outside the arc, catches, shoots. She ribs out with a three, and the long rebound tapped out to Bunn. In transition, quickly up floor is Burnett. He drives in, charge is called as Eric Fraser stood his ground. And Caleb Burnett ran him over. And the foul on Caleb Burnett will be his second. Eddie Alexander can't believe it. He's all the way out of his coaching box going, he hadn't got set. I won't disagree with him, but we'll take the call. We're near sideline for Tech in the offensive zone. Hands it off to Shivers right at the head of the key. Fakes on a three, then gives it back to Guerra. He'll up the dribble to the free throw line. Body his way in against a double team. Spin right, come back left, hoist up a jump shot, and rattles in. Jamison Guerra did that all by himself. 6 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. It's a 10-point Tech lead. Between the rings comes Harvey. 2 dribbles with the left hand to Burnett. Now right back to Sweetie Johnson, 28 feet from the basket. Working off a screen set by Harvey. Curls with a left-hand dribble, throw it far sideline. Burnett's already hit 1 3, missed that one. Long rebound tipped out, gets it himself, goes right back in. Johnson will catch and score. A timeout called by Bushnell. 30-second timeout with 16:23 left. 50-42 in favor of Tech. We're back after this. Dakota Reber will check in for Eric Fraser here early in the second half. If you didn't join us for our pregame show, a lot of great words from Justin Parnell about the transfer from Warner Pacific and the way that he's built into the culture of this program. As the inbound pass in backcourt goes to Guerra, being harassed by Roy Bunn as he'll bring it across the timeline. Tech 50, Bushnell 42, 16-15 to play. As Guerra will attack the basket, go right at the basket and score. Went right at the big man, Harvey. And Jamison Guerra back-to-back buckets for Tech. It's back to a 10-point lead. Harvey has it near side, spins into the paint, puts up a right-hand shot. No, got his own rebound and flings it in. He was just a man on a mission. 52-44. Harvey now has 6. Osborne to Guerra high post. Give it right back to Cam. Cam at the high post, throws it back into the hands of Shivers, 25 feet from the basket, skips it to the near corner. Cam Osborne goes right down the baseline, bullies his way to the basket, spins it up with the right hand and got it. Offhand layup that time for Cam Osborne. 54-44 Tech, both teams starting to find their rhythm from the field. Off a screen, it's Burnett. Stops at the head of the key, now attacks against Jensen, bullies his way in. Shivers tipped it out, where are they gonna say? It was off the feet of Burnett and out of bounds, a turnover Bushnell. 8 turnovers on the Beacons tonight. Tech's been able to turn those miscues into 10 points. As Guerra out of backcourt races. He'll go all the way into the corner. Reber catches, tries a three, and a three! Reber with a triple in the corner. Dakota with 9 off the bench. 57-44 Tech. Off the screen, it's Corey Johnson. Stops at the free throw line. Dumps it inside to Harvey, bullies his way against Keegan Shivers, turns and scores. Hard to stop the big man who goes at 250. Reber catches the pass as Tech rushes it up the near sideline. 15 minutes to play. Is at the free throw line. Reber, far sideline. Shivers. Give it right back to Cam Osborne. Osborne knifes the dribble between the legs, working off a Jensen pick. Hippity hops his way in. Lowe's back door. Tries to find Jensen inside. It gets knocked away by Harvey with 12 to shoot. 14:35 left in the contest. It'll be Guerra to inbound, left block underneath the basket. And he'll bounce it right in, and it's thrown away. Burnett with the overplay that time, gets the steal. Squeaky Johnson the other way in transition. 57-46 Tech. Reverse the basketball to Bunn, now inside to Johnson on the baseline. Backs his way in, knocks Shivers to the ground. That's an easy call. Turnover, Bushnell, as he used his offhand and knocked Keegan Shivers on his can. Second foul on Corey Johnson. As Tech nearing the under 14 timeout. Justin Parnell calling the offensive sets. As he'll work off a screen at the high post. Guerra nearly lost it, keeps the dribble alive with the left hand. Throw it back to Keegan Shivers, far sideline, steps back, fakes on a three, finds Reber as he curls into the lane. Pump fakes, throws it right back to Shivers. He'll come right through the middle of the paint. Throw it back to Reber, contested three. Yeah! Dakota Reber, back-to-back triples. Tech's equal their largest lead of the night at 60-46. 13:45 left. Between the rings works Harvey. One dribble with the left hand, trying to find Johnson inside. Can't, so they go to Squeaky Johnson at the head of the key. He'll step into an elbow J, way long. Offensive rebound, put back up and in by Burnett. Caleb Burnett, 9.6 rebounds, 4 of 13 shooting on the night. Looked like Tech was going to get a defensive stop, but the rebound went right to him in the paint. Guerra near sideline to Keegan Shivers near wing. He'll work off a Jensen pick, keep the dribble alive, drives in, lost it, and a foul is going to be called on the Beacons. A reach-in foul called as Shivers got to the right elbow. The call will go against Johnson. It'll be his third, and a timeout called on the floor. 13:16 left in the ball game. 60-48. Tech has the lead. We're back here from Klamath Falls after this.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
I know our softball team down in Redding, California, getting set to play tomorrow in their season opener at Simpson. Probably watching right now. They're some of our biggest fans. Baseball team on their way back from California. Tough loss for the Hustlin' Owls today, 9-7 at the Masters. As Jared Sucher, Jay Elmore, both in for Tech coming out of the timeout. Luke Smith and Christian Pitcher in for the visitors. As Tech with the basketball leading by 12, it's Jared Sucher. Tries to drive in against Burnett. Dip it back to Guerra, now near corner to Such. Such will curl into the paint, get cut off there. Bounce it inside, caught by Jensen, went up strong, lost it for a moment. It's still on the floor, and finally it's taken away by Bushnell. It's Johnson who gets the steal. Bunn to the near corner, and Luke Smith. He'll drive Elmore. Lost control of the dribble for a moment. Tip back to Pitcher near corner. Spins in on Reber, who plays with 2 fouls. Spins back to the right. Layup off glass and in. Nice move by Kristen Pitcher. 60-50 the score. 12:40 left in the ball game. Sucher high post. Swings it to Jay Elmore, center circle. Now left wing to Jamison Guerra. Works off a Jensen pick. Drives to the foul line. Keeps it going. Now lost the dribble. It's going to go out of bounds. No, it's kept alive. Guerra with a turnover for Tech. Turnover number 9. Back-to-back turnovers. Can Bushnell convert at the other end? Dribble drive in. Burnett in traffic. Scores. 60-52. Tech unable to get a shot off on the last 2 possessions. Reber has it near sideline. Swing in the hands of Guerra. 60-52, 12 minutes to play. To Jared Sucher near sideline. Working against Johnson. Leaves it outside the arc, right through the hands of Elmore. Back to Guerra with 10 on the shot clock. He'll work up a Jensen pick. It looked like he was fouled. Finally, it's called. Guerra took one hard. And the foul's going to be called. It'll go on Roy Bunn. If they hadn't called that, that would have been Justin Parnell technical foul time. Tech going to bring the starters on. They said it's time. They had your breast. Time to play. So it's Guerra and Osborne, Fraser, Shivers, Jensen at the 11:51 mark, leading by 8. Trying to get win number 18 on the year. Complete a season sweep of Bushnell. High post works Blake Jensen. Waiting for Guerra to curl off the screen. Throw it back in the hands of Osborne. Now onto the block, caught by Blake. He'll try the baseline, body his way in. Got it stripped again. Stolen away by Burnett. Burnett gonna go coast to coast. Gets stopped at the 3-point line, leave it back to Bunn. Outside the arc, pitcher near sideline, Luke Smith. He'll drive to the baseline. Drive all the way into the paint, pump fake on Osborne, dump it back outside the arc. Outside there is Burnett. He'll drive baseline again, leave it back to Corey Johnson. Now Smith with 12 to shoot. Sits in the center circle, working off a pitcher screen. He'll drive Osborne, step back, launches a J. He's fouled on the shot. And he will go to the line to shoot a couple. Cam can't believe it. He said, I didn't hit you. But Luke Smith will go to the line where he has yet to step today. Made 2 threes in the first half. And for Luke Smith on the season, one of the better free throwers in the league at 85%. Averaging 10 off the bench is the senior from Willamette High. And his free throw up and good. And Bushnell inching their way back in this game again. Tech's turned it over 3 straight possessions. Smith's second also good. 6 in a row for Bushnell. Guerra comes up floor. Throws it to Eric Fraser along the near sideline to Shivers. He'll attack the middle of the defense, put up a little right-hand runner. And a rebound pitcher, and here comes Bushnell. Bunn down the center of the floor. Stops the dribble with a right hand, pulls it back outside the arc, now attacks on Guerra. Threw up a wild shot, missed it. Rebound goes in the hands of Eric Fraser. Up floor to Guerra, goes right past his man, drives to the basket, layup won't go. But a foul on the floor is called on Bushnell. It'll go on Burnett, it'll be his third. Caleb Burnett just kind of reached in as Guerra beat him off the bounce. And it'll be Tech to inbound. It goes to Guerra at quarter court, bounce pass to the free throw line. Osborne catches there, way off the mark with a miss, and the rebound goes to Burnett. Tech's well has gone dry here midway through the second half. Luke Smith with his team trailing by 6 attacks Osborne. Drives him all the way to the basket, forced up another shot, and he's fouled again. It'll go on Osborne. Second on Cam. And free throws for Bushnell, who trailed by as many as 14 here in the period, have cut the lead down to 6, and with a great free throw shooter at the line, chance for them to get even closer. And Smith's free throw up and good. We told you, this Bushnell team has beaten good teams this year. They beat Hope International. They have beaten Eastern Oregon. They have beaten Lewis Clark State. That one was on the road as he hits both. 60-56, 8 in a row for the Beacons. Smith off the bench has 10. As Guerra works near sideline, finds Shivers. He'll launch early in the shot clock and drain a 23-footer, and a timeout called by Justin Parnell. 63-56 Tech, a huge make for Keegan Shivers. We're back after this timeout.
Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
As they come out of the timeout, 63-56 Tech. Keegan Shivers with the triple. His third make of the night, gives him 13 in the ball game. Ended that 8-0 run for Bushnell. Tech stays with their starting five. Bunn and Corey Johnson out there. Pitcher Burnett. The fifth is Luke Smith for Bushnell. Nobody for the Owls have 3 fouls. Bushnell has Burnett and Corey Johnson both on the floor with 3. As it's Roy Bunn, center circle. Hands it off to Burnett, high post. They'll work against Jamison Guerra. Bully his way into the lane. Throw it to Bunn outside the arc as they tip it back into his hands. Right back to Burnett. Curls on a 3. Didn't take it. They go to pitcher at the free throw line. Spins it into the lane. Got stripped. Blake Jensen took it away from him. Quickly up floor to Osborne. He'll drive Burnett to the basket. Will they count it? No. But it'll pick up the 3rd foul. Make it 4th foul on Caleb Burnett. That's a tough one, as Burnett has been playing very hard for the Beacons. And Bushnell going to go to their bench. Bunn and Burnett, along with Corey Johnson, all sit down. Squeaky Johnson back in. Isaiah Wallace, along with Turner Livingston, have all come on. As driving in goes Guerra. Jump stops, layup, no. Offensive rebound, no. They're going to call a foul inside on the Beacons. We'll see who picks that one up. It's on pitcher. And who's going to the line? I think it's Jensen. As Guerra missed the layup, but Jensen got the offensive rebound. So the foul goes on pitcher, his 3rd. First trip to the line this weekend for Blake Jensen. And his free throw rattles out, no good. Rebound kept alive by Bushnell. It's Luke Smith down the near sideline. First free throw of the second half for Tech. They're just 3 of 6 tonight. Luke Smith has it well outside the arc. Down to the near wing, caught there by Wallace. Back to Smith, quick catch for 3, no. Rebound inside, Wallace gets the offensive rebound. He's double teamed, trying to get rid of it. Can he? Took one dribble, finally got rid of it. Skip it to Luke Smith again. He'll try the baseline. Pump fakes on a J. Pitcher from the free throw line. His jumper won't go. This time the rebound goes to Tech. That was a long possession for Bushnell at the 9-minute mark. Guerra center circle. Tech leading by 7 to Cam Osborne right at the top of the key. Throw it back to Guerra, looking for Shivers on the baseline. Catches there. Goes inside, cutting the basket. It's Eric Fraser. Jump stop. Layup good. Fraser's got 13. Ties Shivers for High Point honors. Lead is 9 for Tech. Squeaky Johnson, Luke Smith catches and shoot. Another long 3's good. Luke Smith, 13 off the bench. 65-59, 5th made 3 of the night for Bushnell. As Guerra works to the center of the floor, hands it to Cam Osborne. He'll attack middle of the paint, drive all the way in, float one up with the right hand, over the front iron and through. Cam Osborne has 11. 67-59 as Smith attacks against Blake Jensen. Hands it off to Harvey. Now inside it's Wallace. He'll pull from the elbow. And Isaiah Wallace doesn't score much, but he did right there. He made the basket as Tech goes right back up floor. Quickly get it to Blake Jensen. Catches and scores. Long pass that time by Guerra to find him. 69-61. We go 94 feet back and forth. Luke Smith near sideline. 7:50 to play. Tips it near corner. Squeaky Johnson inside. Pitcher catches. Puts the ball high above his head. Squares up against Osborne. Fakes one way. Fakes back the other way. Turns. Misses a runner. Cleared by Shivers. Long pass up floor. Eric Fraser to the baseline. Gets it knocked out of bounds with 7:36 left in the ballgame. Dakota Reber to check in for Tech. He's going to spell Blake Jensen. And Bushnell going to counter. They're going to bring Corey Johnson back in, along with Ashton Harvey. And a little different look for them. Off the inbound. Stolen away. Lost by Fraser in transition. Harvey from the corner. His 3, no good, but he got his own rebound. Into the corner goes Isaiah Wallace. Wallace skips it to Squeaky Johnson. Luke Smith now. To Smith. NBA 3 and then some. Missed it. And the rebound goes to Tech. It goes to Jamison Guerra with 7 minutes left. That was a long three by Luke Smith, who had been deadly from that distance already tonight. Tech will slow it up, leading by 8. It's Guerra center circle. Works off a ball screen to Shivers, looking to the corner. Osborne wasn't there. Shivers throws inside. Dakota Reber gets hit hard on his way up. Luke Smith will pick up the foul. It'll be his first, and we got a timeout on the floor. Got a good one here in Klamath Falls. 69-61, Tech has the lead. Back after this on 92.5 KLAD.
Grab me one too.
Other scores from around the league. Evergreen, 9 minutes left, leading at Warner Pacific, 61-59. 4 minutes left, Multnomah at 90, Northwest 86. Just started the second half, Southern Oregon 50, Corbin 34. And with a minute and a half left, Lewis Clark State, a 73-66 lead at Eastern Oregon. Dakota Reber to the line for Tech. A two-shot opportunity for the 83% free thrower, and Reber's first one is good. 13 for Dakota Reber. Tech has 5 in double figures tonight. Reber's 2 off of his season high of 15. And his second one up and home. He leads the way with 14 tonight, the lead back to 10. As up floor comes Johnson. They brought Burnett back in with 4 fouls. High post works Harvey. Trying to lob it inside. Corey Johnson catches down there. Backs down against Shivers. Fades away on the baseline. Rattles around and falls. Corey Johnson with 18. An 8-point lead for Tech. Guerra high post. Shivers catches left angle one outside the arc, looking to curl it inside to Reber. Can't, so they'll give it off in the hands of Jamison Guerra, who lobs it to Cam Osborne. Head of the key, launches a 3, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Wallace. In transition, Squeaky Johnson pulls from the head of the key. His 3, no good. Rebound Reber. Down the near sideline comes Guerra. Works off a ball screen to Shivers. He'll attack with a left hand, puts a shot off glass and in. Keegan Shivers makes it back to a 10-point game. 5:35 to go. Burnett and Johnson. Johnson, Wallace, Harvey, the 5 for Bushnell. Squeaky Johnson, Isaiah Wallace near wing. Johnson to the far side of Corey Johnson. Working against Shivers. Harvey catches 18 feet from the basket. He's not going to shoot it from there. Instead, he'll try to bully his way into the lane. Spins, jump stops, tries it again, forced it up, no. Rebound tips around, who wants it? And it's going to be Bushnell. As Blake Jensen's going to pick up the whistle, is going up strong was Burnett for the offensive board. Eric Fraser's going to come in and go get Osborne. The inbound pass will go to Corey Johnson. Slipped the dribble between the legs and stopped it 25 feet from the basket along the near sideline. Went to Squeaky Johnson and right back inside the block to Ashton Harvey. Harvey skipped pass over the defense, caught down there by a driving Burnett. He pulls from the baseline, shot no good, rebound attack. Went in the hands of Jamison Guerra. Up the near sideline, it's Eric Fraser. He'll drive all the way in, wait for the trailer. That's Shivers, then pull it into the hands of Guerra. 8 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds tonight. We're off a screen to Dakota Reber. Reber to the free throw line, steps it back outside the arc, finds Shivers, now near sideline to Guerra. 4:35 to go. Guerra curls off a screen, bodies his way against Wallace, got double teamed and got fouled. Jamison going to go to the line of the bonus. Squeaky Johnson will pick up the foul. Squeaky Johnson will pick up his first. And Jamison Guerra, first trip to the stripe tonight, 63% for the year. Tech leading 73-63. As Roy Bunn going to come back in for the visitors, and he will replace Wallace. So the starting five back on the floor for Bushnell. It's been a balanced scoring effort for Tech. Corey Johnson leads the way for the Beacons with 18. Guerra steadies for the first of two potentially, and he'll earn it with the free throw good. Guerra can hit this one. He'll be to double figures in scoring, needing one more assist and 4 rebounds to become the first triple-double since Mitch Fink. Second one, also good. So he's got to the 10-point mark. 75-63 Tech, 12-point lead inside of 4:30. Squeaky Johnson has it near sideline. Throw it far side of Corey Johnson, outside the arc, left wing. Works off a Harvey pick, thought about a three, didn't take it. They go far sideline to Burnett, now off a screen, it's Squeaky Johnson, fouled on a three. Eric Fraser trying to block the shot and kind of leaning into it that time was the shooter for Bushnell. Fraser will pick up his third. And now 3 free throws to come for Squeaky Johnson for Bushnell. 76% shooter on the year. That's his free throw up and good. Squeaky with 2 30-point games this year. As he has found his offense as he hits the second, so he's 2 for 2 and got one more still to come. Johnson, transfer from Edmonds Community College, originally from Vancouver, Washington. Free throw number 3, riddles around and through. And it's 75-66. 4:15 to play, Tech with the basketball. It'll be Shivers to walk it up floor. Swings it to Guerra along the near sideline. Shivers head of the key, throws it right back to the hands of one of the Beacon players. It gets tipped right back into his face with 4 minutes left, and the dribble handoff now in front of me to Jamison Guerra. Shot clock to 10. Guerra going to split a double team, go right to the basket, layup no. Long rebound tapped out, and it's controlled by Bushnell. Out of backcourt comes Squeaky Johnson, lobs it to Bunn along the far sideline. Burnett now curls, tries the baseline, stopped by Guerra, finds the cutter. That's Corey Johnson. He takes it in and scores. Corey Johnson to 20. And Bushnell back within 7. The lead moments ago was up to 12. 5 in a row for Bushnell. Eerily similar to that playoff game here a year ago where the Beacons rallied to tie it inside the final 30 seconds. Guerra works off a Jensen pick at the high post. They look to the near side. Fraser catches. Back to Guerra with 7 to shoot. Guerra works against Corey Johnson. Fakes, puts up a jump shot. Good! Over Corey Johnson! Jamison Guerra with the 15-footer at the left angle to extend the Oregon Tech lead. 3:08 to play. The lead is 9 for Tech. We're back after this.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
Cam Osborne returns for Tech. So both teams will have their original 5s, most likely for the final 3 minutes. 77-68 Oregon Tech. Bushnell has never led. Tech's led by as many as 14. As Roy Bunn will walk it up floor. Swing it to the near corner, and Ashton Harvey in the right-hand corner. Off a screen to Burnett, near wing, looking inside for Corey Johnson. He'll drive Eric Fraser to the basket, turn, put up a right-hand floater, no. Harvey, the offensive rebound. His putback's not there. Rebound all the way to the far corner. Burnett gets another one. Players down all over. Out to Corey Johnson for a three, and he hit it. Wow. Players were going everywhere, and out of the pack came Corey Johnson, and he hits the triple. 23 for him. It's a 6-point game. Great job on the offensive glass for the Beacons. 2:30 left in the ball game. Guerra center circle catches. 14 to shoot. He's asking to clear it out. He'll give it off to Osborne. Cam gonna attack with a left hand, drive all the way in. Lost control of the dribble. No fouls called, and it's gonna stay at this end with 4 to shoot. Justin Parnell asking the near side official how that was not a foul. Osborne was getting ridden all the way down the lane, and he's taking a little time as Cam because he took a hand to the face. And it looks like Tech gonna use a timeout to try to draw up a baseline out of bounds play with 4 to shoot. 2:16 left. Tech leads by 6 back after this.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Come to Clamoya Casino and win your share of over $34,000 in cash and prizes. Win up to $750 cash during Rolling and Riches drawings. Play Football Fever Frenzy Hot Seats, and you could win a 65-inch TV, a recliner, and more. Win up to $250 cash playing our Sweet Wins kiosk. Play Blazing Hearts Hot Seats. All winners receive $75 free play. Win beautiful jewelry at our Love Struck Loot kiosk. Play President's Day Hot Seats and win up to $500 cash. Only at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin.
2:16 to play. Tackle inbound underneath their own basket. 4 to shoot. And they will get it into Keegan Shivers. Catches from the corner. 3, no. And rebound to the Beacons. Tech got a good look. Quickly up floor comes Burnett to Squeaky Johnson at the high post. Tech's got to get defensive stops if they're going to win. 2 minutes to play as Corey Johnson has it outside the arc. Waits for Harvey to set him a pick. Well outside as he'll drive to the baseline. Lost the dribble for a moment. Keeps it going, leaves it to Harvey at the high post with 11 on the shot clock. Right back inside, Johnson, step back, jump shot on the baseline is good. It's a 4-point game. 25 for Corey Johnson, 77-73 Tech. And Tech will slow it up again. If Tech is fouled, it'll be a double bonus chance. Eric Fraser to Shivers near wing. Give it to Guerra right in front of us. Shot clock is at 13, game clock at 1:25, now to 10 as Guerra's gonna turn the corner, drive all the way in, get a shot off, miss the runner, no foul was called. Here comes Bushnell quickly the other way. Roy Bunn Jr., Burnett's gonna attack, middle of the defense, throw up a shot, it's good, and it's a 2-point game, and a timeout, Eddie Alexander. All of a sudden, Bushnell has come all the way back. They're within 2, 77-75 back after this. Bushnell on a 12-2 run. They've cut a 12-point deficit down to 2. Just over a minute to play as Jamison Guerrero will work it out of backcourt. Tech has worked the shot clock down last couple times, not had a good look. We're inside the final minute in the center circle works Guerrero. Waiting for the chance to set the offense. We'll hand it off to Osborne, back to Guerrero with 10 to shoot. Guerrero with a crossover dribble. No look pass near sideline, foul call. Reach in foul on Corey Johnson, his 4th. And Jamison Guerrero to the line in the bonus to shoot 2 free throws. In a spot where he has struggled all year. Can he come through clutch tonight, try to get it back to a 2-possession game? 46 seconds left. The lead is 2 for Tech. Guerrero at the line, first one up, good. 13 for him. Tech making 52% of their field goals. They're 8 of 11 at the line. Second one for the All-American. Also good. And Justin Parnell will use a timeout. 46 seconds left. The lead is 4. Back after this.
Wait. All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Bushnell will have the basketball, have to bring it the length of the floor, trailing by 4. They'll get it in the hands of Squeaky Johnson. 40 seconds left as Johnson will work it across the timeline. Works the dribble, throws it outside the arc. Corey Johnson fakes on a 3, steps back, throw it back to Squeaky Johnson. He'll attack the middle of the paint, drive in, force up a shot. No, rebound tipped around. Who wants it? It's going to be kept alive. No, they're going to say out of bounds. Was Ashton Harvey and out of bounds. And I think they will review it and see whether or not Harvey was out of bounds or not. And if they say he was not out of bounds, then it would go to the possession arrow, which favors Bushnell. Now the officials are going to come over and discuss whether or not they're going to look at it, and they will. And they'll go over to Kellen Tygeson, who's the guy who has been handing the video review all weekend long. Last night in the Lady Owls game, a 3 for Corbin was disallowed because it was after a shot clock had expired. So while they look at the play, see if we can see any other scores from around the league. One game has gone final. Lewis Clark State has defeated Eastern Oregon on the road, 78-73. Other games going on. Southern Oregon leading Corbin 60-42 with 11 minutes left in that bowl game. Evergreen with 3 minutes left, leading at Warner Pacific 75-66. And we're waiting on that Multnomah game against Northwest to see if it's gone final. 106-98. Multnomah has the lead late. And so Eric Fraser is talking to the officials saying, hey, if it is their ball, whose basketball will it be? Officials are going to come over. They saw a little look. The other official says, I'm going to come take a look. Say, why not? Let's come make sure we get this right. The Tech leading 79-75 with 28 seconds left. If it is Tech basketball, They'll be inbounding along the sideline in front of the Bushnell bench. We'll see what the officials will decide. All three of them have taken a look. Was there conclusive evidence to see whether or not that ball was still in bounds when he was trying to make the play? And they'll come over and let us know. So they will say the call was confirmed. So we'll be Tech basketball. Arrow stays Bushnell's way. It'll be OIT basketball. So it'll be Osborne right in front of the Bushnell bench in the far corner to inbound. We'll see who they go to. They're going to try to get it to Guerra, being held before the ball was even inbounded. And they grab him. It was Roy Bunn that grabbed Jamison Guerra. And so the foul on Bunn will be his third. And we'll walk to the other end of the floor, and Jamison Guerra gets to toe the line again. Just made 2 free throws a moment ago, as he will go to the line to shoot a couple. 27 and 9/10 of a second left. Tech leading 79-75. Guerra 14 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. Free throw on the way, looks short, was short. Short arm the first. Luke Smith gonna check in. They're gonna bring in a shooter for Harvey. So 4 shooters on the floor for Bushnell in a 4-point game. Guerra trying to extend it. Second one, that is good. 80-75. Inbound pass nearly intercepted by Guerra. Bunn's gonna race it up floor. Head of the key to Johnson. Squares up, drives all the way into the baseline, throw it back to the corner. Bunn, a contested 3. No good. Burnett the rebound, and they say he's standing on the baseline. Ball to be inbounded by Tech. And it goes into the hands of Shivers, and he gets fouled with 17 seconds left. Luke Smith will pick up that whistle. And we'll walk to the other end, and Tech to shoot more free throws. Luke Smith with his second. Shivers at the line. If he can hit 2, it's going to make it tough for Bushnell. Keegan Shivers 15-9, tied with Guerra for team high scoring honors. And his free throw looks way long, and he missed that one. This one not over. Shivers 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. 17 seconds left, it's 80-75. Second one by Shiv, rims out again, no good. Here comes Bushnell, up the near sideline, Squeaky Johnson, an NBA 3 is in! Timeout, Eddie Alexander. Tech's missed 3 free throws, and Bushnell within 2. Back after this.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo!
Mountain Dew. Papa Murphy's new cheesy stuffed crust pizza. Made fresh by us, baked fresh by you. Starting at $13.99, it's the hottest, meltiest stuffed crust pizza you'll ever have. Because it goes straight from our kitchen to yours. For fresh out of your oven, piping hot, cheesy goodness. It's what stuffed crust pizza should be.
$80-78 Tech, 12 seconds left. They'll have their starting 5 out there. Cale Schwers has checked in for the first time for Bushnell. Where to inbound, gets it to Osborne, far corner. He gets fouled with 10 seconds left. And we'll see who this one is going to go on. It'll go on Squeaky Johnson. And we'll go to the other end. It'll It'll be free throws for Cam Osborne. Best free thrower Tech has at 87%, but he's 1 of 2 tonight. 10 seconds left. First one by Cam, right down the middle. Needed that one. .80 to 81-78. Second by Osborne, no good. Rebound into the hands of the Beacons. Corey Johnson with 7. Long 3, Squeaky Johnson, no. Rebound kept alive, tipped around underneath with 1, and a foul called before the horn sounded. They're going to re-see if that was before the horn sounded. I think they will add time to the clock. And they will look to see. Keegan Shivers got the rebound. And we'll go to the other end. It was a long 3 by Johnson that missed. Smith got the rebound, put another one up as the free throw again, no good for Tech. And timeout Bushnell with 0.4 of a second left. It's our last timeout. We're back after this.
Experience is everything at Klamath Falls Toyota. Experience digital solutions like an online buying process, fast and easy. Estimate your payments. Nice. Value your trade-in and get pre-approved for financing. Do all the paperwork remotely. Choose in-person pickup or at-home delivery. We even offer airport pickup. Klamath Falls Toyota, where experience is everything.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something small.
Keegan Shivers will be at the line with 0.4 of a second left. A free throw wins it for Tech, leading 81-78. They have not been able to make the freebies late. Shivers is 2 of 5 at the line. Dips at the waist. Free throw on the way. Good, that's going to do it. Bushnell's going to get it in. Corey Johnson will try a full court shot. It won't matter, and this one is over. It wasn't pretty, but the job done for Oregon Tech. And they outlast Bushnell here tonight, 82-78. Our post-game show follows us next, right here on 92.5 KLAD.
Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls is the home of Oregon's Polytechnic University. We offer hands-on experience from day one in our real-world teaching labs, and we produce some of the highest-paid graduates in the state, entering some of the most exciting and in-demand fields in STEM and healthcare. But did you know, we also have one of the most competitive athletic programs in the NAIA's Cascade Conference, all-season recreational opportunities, a thriving student life, and an average student-to-teacher ratio of 14 to 1. Get more out of your college experience with Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls.